Imagine standing in a place so hot that satellites once recorded ground temperatures of 159 degrees Fahrenheit. Not the air, but the ground itself, hot enough to fry anything that touches it. This is the Dasht-e Lut, one of the harshest places on Earth. And here's the crazy part. It exists inside Iran, a country where nearly 90% of the land is barely livable, filled with salt deserts, brutal mountains, and dry plateaus. So how did a civilization rise here and go on to build one of the greatest empires in history? At the center of the country, you find the Dasht-e Kavir and the Dasht-e Lut, deadly environments surrounded by massive mountain ranges that block rain and trap heat, making survival incredibly difficult. Yet instead of collapsing, the Persians adapted by looking underground and creating the Qanat system, an ancient engineering marvel where they dug long underground tunnels, sometimes stretching for tens of kilometers, to transport water from distant mountain aquifers to dry cities using only gravity, precision, and patience. Imagine digging for years in darkness with no guarantee of success. That's not just survival, that's long-term strategic thinking. And this mindset didn't just create water systems, it created a culture of discipline and cooperation, because a Qanat required entire communities to build and maintain it. And that same mindset later became the foundation of the Achaemenid Empire, led by Cyrus the Great, who inherited a society already skilled in logistics, organization,
and surviving under extreme pressure. Geography didn't just shape their engineering, it shaped their psychology too, creating a powerful contrast between the harsh outside world and the calm, controlled interior, which is why Persian gardens became symbols of peace, small paradises in the middle of chaos. And even the word paradise comes from this idea, because when the outside world is hostile, your inner world becomes everything. And since cities were isolated like islands between deserts and mountains, Persians had to master communication, building one of the first postal systems and roads to connect distant regions, proving that in a fragmented land, information is power. But what makes this story even more powerful is how Persian culture handled invasions. Despite being conquered multiple times, it didn't disappear. Instead, it absorbed and influenced its conquerors, reshaping them over time, showing a deep level of resilience that mirrors the very tunnels they built underground, quiet but unstoppable. Even today, most of Iran's population lives on a small portion of its land, while the rest remains harsh and empty. Yet the mindset shaped by that environment is still there, built on patience, strategy, and adaptation. And the real lesson is simple. Success isn't about having perfect conditions, it's about how you respond to difficult ones. The Persians didn't build their empire despite the desert, they built it because of it, turning one of the most unforgiving environments on Earth into a foundation for power, innovation, and survival.